Hello, coolers. Welcome back to Viva Barca and welcome to the home of everything Barcelona, where we are going to be discussing on the latest as usual. We start with this report claiming that Barcelona do not wish to do business with Atletico Madrid again after the Griezmann's case. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Then to conclude this episode, talking about this transfer report, claiming that Chelsea midfielder Jorginho is preparing to wait till January for Barcelona to table an offer. So guys, before we get right into those stories in much detail, please do ensure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch right up to the very end. Barcelona have no intentions to do business with La Liga rivals Atletico Madrid in the future after the Antoine Griezmann episode, according to Sport. Barcelona loaned out Griezmann to Atletico Madrid in the summer of 2021 after the Frenchman's underwhelming performances in his 2 years at Spotify Camp Nou. As per the terms agreed between the two clubs, the Frenchman would join Atletico on a year loan deal with an option to extend the loan for another season. Los Rojiblancos were also obligated to purchase him permanently for a fee of 40 million euros. However, for the permanent purchase clause to kick, Antoine Griezmann would have to play at least 45 minutes in 50% of the matches he was available for. Griezmann satisfied that condition in his first season on loan, following which Barcelona believed that the permanent buy obligation had taken place, although Atletico extended his loan arrangement for another year. The Colchoneros argued that the purchase clause would only trigger if the playing conditions were met across the 2 seasons on loan and started using Griezmann for less than 30 minutes in each game in the early part of this season, as they did not intend to pay the 40 million euros for him. While Barcelona considered legal action against their rivals Atletico, the two clubs eventually agreed on a reduced 20 million euros fee plus variables, with Griezmann signing a contract with Atletico until 2026. As per the aforementioned report, Barcelona feel that Atletico Madrid's tactics, in the deal felt like blackmail, and as a result, they do not intend to do business with them ever again. Furthermore, it is claimed that some within Barcelona are rejoicing Atletico's elimination from the UEFA Champions League, as they believe that Diego Simeone's men would have qualified for the round of 16 had they used Griezmann more in the early part of their campaign. Wow, very interesting. So, the Griezmann situation, of course, was one of the most talking points in the last month, and everything died down after Barcelona decided to make peace by accepting 20 million, just 20 million, from Atletico for Antoine Griezmann, a player that Barca initially bought 120 million. So I'll call that bad business from Barcelona. We just have to accept that we made brutal losses on Antoine Griezmann. Of course, the former president, Josep Maria Bartomeu, was in charge of that, and he needs to take the blame for this bad business. Of course, we just bought players carelessly, senselessly, and, buying players for fun, any kind of amount that the team just asked Barca paid. Ousmane Dembele, 30 million. Coutinho, we have some kind of players that will just splash the money carelessly. But I think under the presidency of Laporta, it seems as though that nonsense will stop. So, the Antoine Griezmann situation brought a lot of controversy. Of course, Barca did not agree at all with what Antoine Griezmann, or with what Atletico, was saying, because the agreement was, okay, if Griezmann play up to 50% of matches, which is 45 minutes participation in those games, which is 50%, then 40 million euros have to be paid to us. You take Griezmann permanently. So there was that misunderstanding. Barca knew for sure that it was just for one season, his first season on loan. But Atletico took it as though it's 2 seasons, because the conditions were definitely met at the first season. So there was a lot of issue. The two clubs beefed each other about it. Barca were even threatening to go to court. They wanted to sue Atletico that what they are doing is totally illegal, is bad. because they deserve their 40, but Atletico said no, it's for across 2 seasons. So who was right, who was wrong? I can't say it. I don't know. I don't know. But finally, luckily, it did not go up to court level. Barca were just threatening to take it to court, but it did not go to the court level. So it all ended like that. Griezmann is now permanently an Atletico Madrid player. I think he's enjoying life there. That's where he played most of his football before coming to Barca. We just bought him without any plan. Where is he going to play? But the mayor just bought because he's a star. That's just all. And he came and flopped. So it is what it is. And yeah, it's so funny that some of the board members in Basel were so happy about Atletico's elimination from Champions League, because they thought they know very well that if Griezmann was playing more minutes in the first part of the campaign, then definitely surely, because Griezmann is on form now, it could have helped them get some points. But that was not the case, and Barca are happy about that. Then moving on to the next story of discussion, with Barcelona in the market for a new midfielder heading into 2023, a host of names have been linked with a move to Spotify Camp Nou. And one of those players is Chelsea midfielder Jorginho. The 30-year-old is in the final year of his contract at Chelsea and has reportedly already rejected an opening offer of a renewal worth £120,000 per week from Chelsea. And now Sport is reporting that Jorginho is prepared to wait for Barcelona to table a contract until January next year. Recently, the Italian international's agent, João Santos, met with the club officials, and as per the report from the meeting, Barca received a commitment from him that the midfielder would not make a final decision on his future until he hears Barca's proposal. But at the same time, though, it was made clear to Barcelona that Jorginho wants his future sorted by January, one way or the other, and does not wish to drag on the situation until June, when he would be a free agent. Barcelona will most likely be moving on from Sergio Busquets in the summer, with the club captain's contract expiring, and they will need a replacement for the veteran star in the pivot position, with the club even prepared to accelerate those plans and sign the player in January. Jorginho, to that end, has emerged as a plausible option, owing to his experience and potential free agency in the end of the season. However, the Italian international will not wait for the club beyond January. Chelsea are expected to table another offer for the 30-year-old, while he is also attracting interest from Juventus in Italy. So it will be interesting to see whether Barcelona will be able to, table a proposal for the former Napoli ace by January, as per a report. And that will depend on a lot of factors, including the future of Frankie de Jong, as the club will need to make room on the squad and the wage bill to accommodate another midfielder. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.